Today we're going to be making banana nut bread. They had a really good deal on bananas and I figured, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make it. Haven't had it in a while. Been kind of craving it. So I bought some bananas and it's like, I decided I'm going to be making it. Either this or zucchini bread. So I chose banana nut bread. Okay, so some of the ingredients we're going to be using is some sugar, some baking soda or baking powder, either one. All-purpose flour, 3 bananas. If you want to add an extra one, you can. 2 eggs, salt, vanilla flavoring, sour cream or milk, either one or a mixture of both. Some walnuts here. And I'm gonna be melting some butter. So, all right. So those are the ingredients there. And then we're gonna have 2 loaf pans. I've already greased them up. Let's get started. We got 1 1/4 cups of sugar here. A 1/2 cup of butter or margarine. And so basically a 1/2 cup is 1 stick. I just melted it in the microwave and we'll put it in the sugar mixture in the bowl. Put 1 teaspoon of vanilla in it and 2 eggs into the mixture. Now I'm going to blend all this together right now. Here's what that mixture looks like here. Now I'm going to sift 2 cups of flour. You don't have to sift it. I just like doing that to try to get as many lumps out as I can. But it's 2 cups of flour. So I sifted the 2 cups of flour here. Flour looks a lot prettier, don't it? So I put the flour in the mixture here. Now I'm going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda or baking powder. Alright, so I put about 4 bananas in here. I know the recipe calls for 3. So I broke it up in pieces and now I'm just going to beat it up a little bit with my beater. And then I'll put it in the mixture. Alright, so this is what it looks like with the bananas smashed up. And let me tell you, it smells really good. This would make a good peanut butter and banana sandwich. You put some peanut butter in it, you know. But yeah, it smells really good. Alright, so we got the banana, smashed banana in the mixture now. So I'm adding a little bit of sour cream in it, you know, because I think it makes it a little bit softer. I mean, I'm not going to put that much in there. I would say less than 1/4 cup. As you can see, I didn't put much sour cream in it. I just had a little bit left over. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to add it to the recipe because a lot of times sour cream makes things softer, you know, when you bake and cook. And it tastes pretty good too. So the recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of milk. I just went ahead and put a 1/2. I felt like a 1/4 cup might not be enough. But if you still think it's too thick or if it needs more, feel free. Add more milk into it. So now I'm going to mix this up a little bit. I'm not going to over mix it. And then we'll put some lasting ingredients in it. Alright, so I got it all mixed. I think a 1/2 cup was pretty good. So I'm going along with that. And then the sour cream helped too. So right here, you could add extra stuff, whatever you want, any kind of nuts you want. I'm going to put a cup of walnuts chopped in it. You can actually add spices if you want, like cinnamon and nutmeg or any other kind of spice you might want to put in it. Feel free to do so. I mean, everybody's different when it comes to that as far as putting spices, but feel free to do that as well. I wouldn't overpower it. But yeah, so, and then once you do that, just mix it with a spoon a little bit. So I crushed my pecan nuts in a Ziploc bag with a hammer. I didn't do it on my granite. I did it outside on the concrete. Didn't do any damage. So now I'm going to pour this in my mixture. And I went ahead and put me a little bit of spices in it. I like spices. You don't have to do that. Alright, so I got the cup of pecan nuts smashed in the mixture here. So I'm just going to stir this with a big spoon. And then I already got these loaf pans, meatloaf pans I call them. I already got them sprayed with some butter, so I'm going to be pouring the mixture in both of these. You can also put them in a muffin pan, make muffins out of them, or you could put them in a cake pan, whatever you want to do, but you got to adjust the time on the oven. Make sure you check it if you're going to do that, because it's going to cook differently. I always check with a toothpick too to see if the toothpick comes out, clean, show that it's done. If it's not clean, then, it might need to be cooked a little bit longer, but pretty much you're just going to have to eyeball it. All right, so I mixed it with a spoon, and this is what it looks like. So now I'm going to be putting it in my loaf pans here. All right, so I poured the batter into the loaf pans here. You can see, looks perfect. So now what I'm going to do is put it in the oven on 350 for about 45 to 50 minutes. Make sure you keep checking it to see if it's done. It might need to cook a little bit longer, a little bit less. Also probably depends if you preheat your oven. Yep, that's what it looks like here. Can't wait to see the finished product. Alright, this is what it looks like right here. Don't that look good? Got two of them. Alright, so here it is. Look at that. See all the nuts in it? Alright, well, I'm ready to dig in.